wrong, and you tell, you're not snitching. You're making your community a safe place to live. I thought that's what we all wanted. To live in a safe environment, to raise our kids in a safe environment. That's what we say we want. Now, I tell people a lot of times I don't want to offend nobody, but I got to tell the truth. I'm not on John's Island this time, so I ain't worrying about nothing. The police station right there, I'll run across the street. But I have an issue with some of y'all, the parents I'm talking about, who know your son don't have a job. He wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the day, goes out, comes back in the house 5 o'clock in the morning, got all the latest brand new sneakers, got a bunch of money, got a beautiful Cadillac SUV parked in your front yard. In your front yard. And you don't see nothing wrong. You're part of the problem. I'm not asking you to run the Mullins and tell him that your son is sentencing drugs. No, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to do what Mullins is trying to do in your own house. Hold your kid accountable. If he's selling drugs in your house, he needs to go. And if he can't stop doing what he's doing, then as a mother, save your child and call Mullins. Call him. Now, I know everybody's real sensitive now, and this is the thing about SMURF. A lot of y'all are sensitive now about what's going on in the other cities in the United States with these killings and with the police officers and stuff like that. But why are you listening to isolated incidents that has nothing to do with Charleston? We got our issues. Why ain't you marching here? You talking about Ferguson, you ain't care about here. How is it that we got state officials, police chiefs, domestic violence people out here today trying to help? Because they care. They care. They don't care for that criminal. But nevertheless, they'll do whatever's in their power to help that individual if he wants to help himself. Exactly what happened to me. I wanted to help myself, and I reached out, and I got the help was necessary. Because my mama wasn't having it. She wasn't going to let me lay up in a house, getting up at 3 o'clock, then don't come into 5 o'clock. I got 2 cars and a motorcycle. Well, they just stole my motorcycle. 3 cars and a motorcycle parked in the yard. My mama said, no, you're doing something you ain't supposed to do. And she called, and y'all not familiar with this guy, a good friend of mine now, a detective from Mount Pleasant called Leroy Shivers. He owns Home Quick Bonding now. She called Leroy Shivers and said, Shivers, my son doing something wrong, and I'll serve him up to you because I want to save my child's life. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do, and we need not let our children believe that Jay-Z cares about Reed Street, that Chris Cross cares, and I went way back on that one, that Chris Cross cares about America Street. These people are rich, and half of them have college degrees. They're just selling lies. This thing about snitching sells, because everybody wants to be rebellious. And who would you most be rebellious to? The police. Why hate the police when the police can help you? The only people who should be scared of the police is people who commit crimes. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I broke down on 26th the other day. 3 Mount Pleasant police rolled by me. No sooner as I got off the bridge and one of my tail was like, he stopped me. Yeah, I can make that an issue. I can say, oh, you pick and choose who you want to, but why? Why should I make that an issue when I know these is the people that can help me from young kids losing their lives? Why? Not every police officer on the force is a bad police officer. Right. Why y'all letting them tell y'all that? Y'all don't see through that lie? Y'all see the little Ferguson thing, and y'all see what happened to Eric and all the rest of them. Y'all seen all that. But have y'all seen how many videos where you see cops that don't even know they're being recorded taking boots to people, taking food and blankets to people? Y'all don't see that because it won't sell. Jay-Z won't be a top-rated rapper if y'all seen that kind of stuff. So what he does is he And you know, a lot of people say, well, don't always talk about that, but I got to. One of the things I learned in prison is you're never, ever, ever going to get back that time you lost, no matter, even if you do come out a better person. Talking about 5 years of your life, you gone. But it hurts me. It hurts my heart when I hear that people go to prison because they didn't want to tell on their friend and they didn't even have nothing to do with it. All because of this word snitching. We need to stop that. We need to stand up for a community and start telling these thugs and these criminals, because y'all did it to me. Y'all did it to me. Over in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, everybody had their finger pointing at me. I couldn't go nowhere without getting stopped. Well, why all of a sudden now y'all don't want to do it? I know why, because your son doesn't get old and he's the dope man now. So you're scared to tell because he's the dope man. But you know the old saying, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So don't come to Mullins and ask Mullins to help you find out who killed your son when you see 3 murders going on and you didn't tell nothing. Well, I kind of think he would help you anyway. But still, why do you do these things and you put yourself in a position that these evils into your household and you act like you don't see it? Can I just say possibly it's because he's giving you a little something? Is it because he can keep that extra money so you can get your nails and your fingernails, your nails and your hands done? Is he helping you pay the mortgage on the house? Because I know there's a lot of single parents out here in Charleston. So it's a high likelihood financially you could use to help. But why risk your son's life or your daughter's? Because I see they got a lot of women drug dealers. I was on Reed Street off Remont Road the other day, because that's where I go. I go in them kind of places and I talk to them kind of kids. And they had female drug dealers out there. We are losing this battle not because of the police department, not because of the things that they do that they shouldn't do. We're losing this battle because of y'all. Y'all are actually believing that you can't tell. And the thing about it is, and I'm going to show you how deeply rooted this is. When your little son tells on your little daughter, you tell your son, stop tattletaling. You telling them right there. You teaching them right there not to stand up for what's right. You rushing to get to work and you got both of them in the back of the car. You speeding, you know you are, because you was late. You was to the club last night, had a few margaritas. So you overslept. So you late. And when the cop pull you over to give you a ticket for speeding, before the cop get to the car, why this white, you love to do that now, white. You want to bring that up. Why this white cop pulled me over? Why, and don't know that cop possibly saved your life. But everything you said while you were saying what you were saying before the cops got in the car, your 2 little kids in the back seat was listening to you. Your 2 little kids in the back seat of the car was listening to everything you said negatively about the police department. Then you got the mothers who know they got them bad children. And when they see the cop, they tell a kid, if you don't straighten up, I'm going to send you with him. You see how we teach them to hate the police? We're teaching them that. We're teaching them not to snitch. But why do we have to call it that? Why do we have to call it snitching? Why can't we call it informing and making our community a safer place to live? I'm going to tell you something, and I got to go because I know they got other people that's going to talk. But one of the things I want y'all to understand is prison, the Department of Correction, jail, is a wonderful, terrific, beautiful place to stay out of. Thank you.